think Monday. I think it was Monday. So last time we got to the point where, excuse me, where we got to the point where we figured out React shadowing in Gatsby themes. So we were able to replace the header, or I don't know if it's called the header, whatever it's called, of the homepage for my new blog, the logo and everything else. Today it's time to figure out how to actually export 13 years of history from my WordPress to this blog so that I can start using it in Gatsby, so I can set it up, host it, and all of those other things. And hey Fuzzy Buddy, how are you doing tonight? And yeah, I found a library or a project that kind of did what I wanted it to do when I played around, so we're going to fork this one, keep working on it, and make it actually work so that WordPress gets into Gatsby correctly. And hopefully, fingers crossed, by the end of today, in about an hour, we're gonna have all of my 13 years of history in Gatsby and almost ready to start actually putting it up on the internets and making everything live. So I'm going to clone this thing, not clone this thing, I'm going to fork this thing to my GitHub. And the reason I'm forking it instead of just cloning it is because I know that when I tried it, when I just tested it really quickly, it had some bugs, some things didn't work quite well. So I'm going to be using my fork to actually make updates and fix things. I'm going to clone it now that I have a fork. Git clone blah, download everything, and we go into WordPress. Why not streaming on Twitch? So Vodal, I actually am streaming on Twitch. Check this out. If you go to twitch.tv Swizzets, you'll see that I am live on Twitch right now. Or at least I should be. There we go, exporting 13 years of WordPress to Gatsby. I am live on Twitch, and on YouTube, and on Periscope. So wherever you like watching this stuff, I am there for you. Because I am too lazy to figure out, like, I know some people stream to Twitch and then put it on YouTube. I am way too lazy for any of that. I just stream everywhere at the same time, and if you're watching live, you can watch live. If you want to watch later, you can go on YouTube. I don't think Twitch preserves them. I know YouTube does. So I'm going to go into my blog and download the XML. So the way WordPress to Markdown works is that it takes the XML dump from your WordPress and converts it to a bunch of Markdown files. So I'm going to get a fresh one. I think it's in Tools. If I go to Export, we should get something like 18 megs of XML, download export file, and let's see what happens. I'm going to put it in WordPress to Markdown as export.xml when it eventually generates. So I think PHP right now is generating it on the server, and when it's ready, it's going to do that. So I'm gonna go in random coding, find the WordPress to Markdown repository, and name this export.xml, because the way the code is written, it expects, it's kind of, the code itself right now is kind of stiff. This might be actually, God damn it, now I have another idea for a little tool to build. Wouldn't it be great if you had an online tool that you just point at WordPress and it does everything for you? Let's see, does WordPress to Gatsby exist? WordPress to Gatsby.com. WordPress to Gatsby.com. It doesn't exist, but it totally could exist. Let's buy it just to make sure. Now domain buy WordPress to Gatsby.com. Wonderful. This is an ill-advised purchase, but I made it because it's only $12 and I probably spent more than that on energy drinks this week. Totally worth it. God damn it. Why do I keep doing this to myself? I'm gonna need like a sabbatical of 6 months just to put stuff on all of the domains I've bought recently. Let's announce that just because we can. So I just bought WordPress to Gatsby.com. Why do I I'm totally gonna have time to build that tool for everyone, aren't I? To build that tool for everyone, right? All right, tweet that thing. Cool. Now let's see, what's the next thing I need to do? I did that. Now I'm gonna go open WordPress to Markdown.com, or not WordPress to Markdown, just WordPress to Markdown, the tool that I have locally. This is not gonna be on the website yet. I don't think it's ever gonna be on the website, but you know, it's fun to experiment. Nice. How are you? Yeah, Chinmay, I'm very happy that you've been following me for React and D3 integration. I unfortunately haven't been really posting much new content in that area, but I have new stuff coming up, I promise. I'm really gonna try to stick to the new idea of doing a large data visualization once a month, every last-ish Sunday of the month. So I'm hoping to keep that up. So thanks for following for that stuff. And yeah, if you have any interesting data sets for me to analyze or to build data visualizations for, I would be very happy to know about that. So I bought the domain. Now let's see, how does this have a README? It does have a README. Uses the standard XML export. I've got that. Works on my box. Perfect. Usage, this program will put the output into /out. The default image public path has been changed to /image. To use, please put your exported WordPress XML into export.xml. Install all the necessary dependencies. Yarn, we just call yarn, and that installs all the necessary dependencies. And then to run, we simply run node convert.js. Node convert.js, and let's see, I think it's going to fail. And the reason I think it's going to fail is because I've done this before and it failed. So this is going to be like an iterative process of trying to fix it up, touch it up, and do stuff with it. So it's creating all the files for us. It seems to be going pretty well. Something about it's doing some images stuff right now. Oh, whoop. Stop. Oh, actually, error downloading URL too. So what does, let's see, convert.js. I'm going to change this to React Prettier because I like that more. Cool. And now that we have convert.js, let's see, downloading URL 2. What is the error? Let's console error this error. Okay, my computer is being slow again. Wonderful. So console error, and that will let us know what is actually wrong. This should reformat. No, Prettier, what are you complaining about? Prettier, I already fixed that. So that's funny. So because my computer is so slow, and I really need to buy a new one, I am going to save this now, and it works. It didn't reformat anything. Come on, reformat. I know you want to reformat this little computer. Oh, there we go. It managed to reformat. Yay. All right. So now let's run node convert.js again, and this time we're going to actually see what the errors are. Let me kill some of the apps I have running. Maybe that will help my poor computer be a little better. Come on. Force quit IA writer. What else can I quit? I can quit preview. I don't even know why preview is open. It's actually crashed. I can quit that one. I can't quit VS Code. I can quit messages. Come on, messages, force quit yourself. And I need all of this stuff. And wow, Kiwi, you are so hot today. Aha, no such file or directory image /. So let's create that. Out, we make dir image, and then I'm going to touch image /.keep. That way it's going to be always kept in the repository, and we can say vim.getIgnore. We're going to getIgnore everything in out, everything in image. Okay, so that should be fine. Get status. Now let's run that again. Node convert.js. And please, by the way, please, I don't have a good feel for how my stream is doing right now because the heat is making everything weird and my computer misbehave. So please tell me if my stream is smooth or I am like going at 1 frame per minute or something like that. Hey Max Joette, how are you doing today? Yay, stream looks smooth so far, awesome. Unable to determine the domain name. Where is that happening? Passing on S3, Amazon, AWS. So there is a lot of passing for things. Why is it doing that? Let's see. Convert.js, util, XML to JS, HTTP. Why are you doing HTTP? It might make more sense to do... Alright, let's see. Unable to determine domain name. Where is that happening? It's as smooth as your new haircut. Nice. Hey Luke, I haven't seen you around in a while. Oh wow, Splunk is the monitoring company, right? It's not the social media company. I know there's two companies that have very similar names, or at least to me they sound like very similar names. Cool. What are you going to be doing for Splunk, you think, or what are you applying for? So where is this coming from? Lay on complete object get request. What if I change all of these HTTP requests to actually let's see, console log error downloading URL, front end position mostly React. That sounds amazing. I've honestly been missing working in mostly React. I don't think I've actually ever had a job where I worked in mostly React. It's kind of weird. I do all this React and then at work I do Vue. I do Vue and Ruby and TypeScript. It's kind of silly. So let's see what... Whoa. Who the hell made... That is not the right way to be doing that stuff, but okay. So where do I have requests? Because I can't... I guess it's download file, passing on that one. So let's see, which passing on is it? If URL index HTTPS is -1, yeah, the TypeScript bandwagon is very prominent right now. I don't know how, what is this? Okay, let's just do it this way. Console log passing 1, and then we can do console log passing 2, and here, let's see, it says an invalid domain name. What the hell is it doing? And here we're going to say console log trying to get not request but URL. Max Joette, I honestly recommend that you try. You should totally try it because it is great. I've been doing TypeScript more and more, and it's actually surprisingly convenient. Using it with TypeScript plus VS Code work really well together, and it's just amazing. Passing on image source -1. What? Trying to get /includes editor upload. Aha. /includes editor upload. What the hell is that? Is it on swizzle.com/blog? You would think it would be there, right? That would be a... I guess it just doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so if it doesn't exist, URL index of needs to... Why? Attempt downloading... Like, I don't understand. If index of HTTPS in the URL... Hey, Chinmei, did you say hi again? I thought we already said hi. Luke says that work is drowning him. Pretty sure I'm creating image URL somewhere up in the file. I would reconstruct each URL with new URL path domain. Chinmei, yes, you can ask a quick question about D3 black box. I will do my best, although I can't promise I will be able to do it to, you know, answer it right now. No, I don't. Look, I don't think I'm creating an image. I think this is just from a very old blog post where the path just doesn't work anymore. So what do I do about that? We can here say that if the domain doesn't exist, we should just skip the file. If URL index of is -1, let's see. I don't understand. Isn't -1 of HTTPS supposed to be that it wasn't found? Does my new position allow me to work from home? Unfortunately, it does not. They are very adamant on me working from the office because something about me being able to provide support to the other engineers and just generally being there for everyone to ask questions and get advice and stuff like that, which is totally valid. That is okay, Chinmay, I think you're having trouble posting links on YouTube, which is I think it's something that they do. Trying to get HTTPS. Hey, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to work. That still totally works. Oh, but it doesn't. So this is one of my oldest. This is pretty cool. This is one of the oldest projects that I made that was like kind of a startup kind of thing. You can see my very old avatar here. I was building this thing that was supposed to be a better Twitter client. This was probably circa 2008, 2009. This was actually before TweetDeck came out, so this was pretty cool. And this was actually built in Adobe Air, if anyone still remembers what that is. I'm so happy Adobe Air did not prevail. But I guess it's sort of like Electron these days. So there is a G whose translate is undefined. Actually, Chinmay, can you tweet that at me? I think it's going to be easier because I can't see the URL you're talking about. And Max Joet, yes, I do. A large part of my job is mentoring juniors and other seniors, or just like being there for debates with other seniors and mentoring juniors. So I think the problem with this thing is that it doesn't follow redirects and it's not supporting HTTPS. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use isomorphic fetch for this because it just works better. So I'm gonna not skip any URLs, right? I might look into hire juniors. I think right now we aren't specifically looking to hire juniors, but we are, if some of the things we're working on work out in the next couple of months, we are definitely going to be looking to hire a bunch of people. So I'm going to yarn add isomorphic fetch, yarn add isomorphic fetch. Well, you know, it's either I mentor juniors or they screw up my code base, and I think I would rather spend the time mentoring them than deal with bad code, right? So we say const fetch equals require isomorphic fetch, like that, right? Isomorphic fetch it's not just fetch for Node, it's fetch that works both in the browser and in Node, so it kind of does both. I have never used Axios, so I don't know if I'm a fan of Axios or not. Let's see, where did I have HTTP dot? Nope, I just did it here. Is there any other HTTP call or HTTP library? Actually, I know what I can do. I can just, oh, I already did that. So if I don't import HTTP, then the code is gonna tell me, hey, HTTP doesn't exist here, I am broken, and it will let me fix it. So let's see here, instead of doing var request, we're going to say that this is an async function, because async await works in Node these days. So what I can do is I can say const okay, fine. Look, just because you're on the stream, I'm going to use HTTP. I know you love that library. I know you put a lot of strong work into it. So let's give it a shot. I don't actually need streaming. I just need to download the file. HTTP yarn add HTTP. Let's see. How do I use this HTTP thing? And why is... Look, by the way, why is there this other HTTP that oh, that's Python. Did you steal Python's API and build it in Node? Is that what happened? All right, so we say const get equals require HTTP. I think that should work. Ah, nice. Ketra Walker. Oh, interesting. So Twitch isn't blocking things. Okay, let's see. Let's figure out this D3 black box thing if Code Sandbox ever loads. Although I should probably try to focus. Let's focus. I'll get to the Code Sandbox and D3 black box in a little bit. So let's get this working first. Where am I fetching the images? It pissed that guy off. Okay, so let's see. Const file equals await get of our URL. Yeah, well, I couldn't really make React Rally. I've never actually been to React Rally. How is it? Catch the error, and then we say console.error, and we say console log failed to fetch the URL, right? Come on, save Prettier. I know you can do it. Const file await. Why is Prettier complaining? Await is a reserved word. Yes, I know it's... Oh, I see what's happening. So I'm actually in a callback function, so I need to put async there. Why is it in Utah? Actually, it's kind of cool that it's in Utah. You know, it's probably just where the founders of the conference happen to live. That's how it usually goes. I know I'm now friends with a bunch of different people who organize conferences, and it always just magically happens to be exactly where their hometown is. Like, if you live in SF, your conference is in SF. If you live in Utah, your conference is in Utah. That's just how it goes, usually. Alright, so I get the file from the URL, and then response pipe file, no, response, res, and then we push the response create write stream to path. Oh god, on open. This is so bad. So this is creating the file stream up here, and then on open is a function that runs that gets no arguments and tries to write to this file that was defined outside of the function. Oh boy, let's see. Is there a better way? Node create write stream. I just file system Node.js. Okay, fs create write stream. Create write stream for the output. Rec pipe create server. No rec on end. Node.js streams. Ugh, I don't really need streams. Aha. promisify fs read file. So I'm actually, look, it's going the other way. I am not reading a file. I am trying to download the file from the server and then write it. So here's what I'm gonna do actually. I'm gonna completely change how this works. I'm going to say const res equals await get URL. Or, right, Luke said that it needs to be in data. Const data await get URL, and then we're going to say node write file. File system, writing to files in node. Write file, yeah, I know it's late. Look, it's a terrible time to be alive. Write file. We want to write it into the path, and we want to write the data. And that's it. That's all we want. File write file. And file write file, and then we get the error. And if there is an error, so let's do it this way. Try. Can I promisify this? Write file sync. That seems useful. Write sync, fs promises API. Require fs.premises, append file. Alright, I'm gonna do it this way because I don't know if anything else is using, so we'll say fs promises equals require fs.promises, and then come on, where are you? Okay, then we can say right, so then we say await fs write file, fs promises.write file, promises.write file. We take the path, we write the data, right? And all of this is wrapped in a try catch. So we catch the error, and if there's an error, we say console.error, and we say console log error downloading or writing, and we say URL and path. Wow, my computer is so slow I can't type. Okay, so this should do that, and then we can delete all of this shit because it's just not great. What is still wrong? Prettier, come on. Const await, alright. Oh, okay. Async download file. Let me just see if this saves now. Nope. Else. Like that. Okay. Now let's go help Katra Walker and see. I'm going to run this, hope for the best. Okay, so rm minus rf image star and out star. Yes, yes. Okay, now I run node convert.js, and while that's running, experimental warning, fs promises API is experimental. That is fine. So let's see. Katra Walker, what did you say was your problem here? Reusable donut chart with D3 black box. Something was undefined, right? Let me scroll back up in the chat room. What is, if we inspect the elements, there is a G whose translate is undefined. Okay, let's see where does the where do translates come from? Donut chart. Sure. Yes. Oh, right. So now it's actually downloading stuff. So I'm going to tell Node that it can download everything for 30 minutes. It can make any connection it pleases. Allow. There are a lot of errors. Cool. So let's see. Donut chart. Where are grouping elements with undefined transforms? G attribute class transform translate. Katra Walker, do you have a better idea which specific